everyone, it's Arrow. Sorry that this is super bright. It is currently nighttime and that lamp is going to be horrible in the background. Today, I thought I'd do a collections video. Y'all know I love doing these collection videos and y'all seem to love them too, so I'm doing this for you guys. So today I thought I'd do a collection of all of my eyeshadow palettes. I've never done this sort of thing before. It's a makeup video, but it's a collection of every eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna give a review of each one that I've gotten over the years. So I'm just gonna pull them out and see what happens. So our first one is from ColourPop. It's called Fade into Hue. I got this for Christmas in 2021, so like a couple weeks ago. I got this from my friend Audie. It is a rainbow style palette with 6 by 5, so 30 different shades. 30 shades are in this palette, and as you can see, we got all pinks, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. So it's a very, rainbow inspired flag. There's shimmers and matte shades in here. Now this has a little bit of fallout that I've noticed, but not so much that it's, troublesome. But the shade names are kind of cute. I haven't used a lot of these shades because it's so new, but I am interested in using more of them in the future and seeing which ones look best on my face. So we'll see what that one turns into. Next eyeshadow palette. This is from, what company is this? This is actually by Hot Topic. This is the Alice in Wonderland Disney eyeshadow and highlighter palette. So it's kind of like this storybook kind of feel that you don't get a lot. There's a mirror in this palette. That first palette didn't have a mirror. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 eyeshadows and 2 highlighters at the bottom here. I've used a couple of these shades before. This palette isn't great. There's not a lot of pigment that I would want in here, but it's very much very neutrals and like not a lot of bright shades except for those pinks in there. But it's very much more neutral kind of palette, which usually isn't my feel. I'm not a big fan of neutral style palettes, but it's still quite nice. Let me see if I have anything in here that would count as a palette. I don't think I do. So we're gonna move on to another area. This video might be kind of short because I don't have that many eyeshadow palettes. So my next eyeshadow palette is the Titian Snooki's Manic Classic High Voltage Baked Eyeshadow Palette. So this is also a vegan palette. So these are all shimmer shades. As you can see, it comes with a mirror. I have used this palette on this channel before. I have to be honest with you, I really do like this palette. It's very interesting, another kind of rainbow storyline, a lot of shimmers, a lot of bright rainbow colors. There are some dark colors in here as well, so it's not just like bright in your face. But it's a nice palette. There's shimmers, there's not really any mattes, that's why it's like a baked one. But there are some cute shadows in here, like the pinks are really nice. If you can see, the pinks are really nice. These blue shades are really pretty that they have in there. I've used the green and the yellow before and they go on really nice, so these are really nice. Next up is my favorite palette that I have ever had. This is the Galaxy Chic BH Cosmetics palette. So it's mainly shimmer shades. It's 18 color baked eyeshadow palette, so it's all shimmers. As you can see, they're the like circle shapes. This is probably my favorite palette I've ever had. I don't use this as often as I used to, but I would consider this my favorite palette I've ever owned. I'm a super big fan of this palette. I think it's gorgeous. The colors in here are so pretty, so much fun. And I'm a really big fan of it. So before we get to our last one, I'm gonna do some honorable mentions. So I've had multiple palettes in the past that y'all have seen on here. So I had that Beetlejuice palette years ago. That palette ended up getting moldy, which is not a good sign, so goodbye to that palette. I also had this Zodiac eyeshadow palette that my mom got me. My mom actually ended up keeping that palette because I never used it. It was nice, but it was a lot more darkers and honestly quite a lot of neutrals. That's not what I'm into. I'm not a fan of neutral shades in a palette. I want bright colors, you know, because I feel like neutrals only work on, like, I don't want to say boring people, but like not someone like me. I want the bright rainbow colors, you know? This last palette is going to be controversial. I don't want y'all to cancel me for this one. I don't know if y'all can. I will have an explanation now. So this is the Conspiracy Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson palette collaboration. Now, I'm gonna explain some things. I was not a fan of Shane Dawson back in the day. I didn't start watching Shane Dawson until 2015 when he came out as bi. I think that was the very first video I ever watched of him. So I didn't know all of the stuff he'd done in the past. I wasn't revealed to find out that stuff until years later. I didn't know about him doing blackface and all that stuff. Now that I do know, I don't watch his videos. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not subscribed to his channel anymore. I'm not subscribed to any of his channels. I'm not subscribed to Jeffree Star. I never watched Jeffree Star either. I don't even know why I got this palette. Like, this is the only Jeffree Star product I've ever bought. I would never buy another Jeffree Star product. And even then, I'm gonna be honest with you, this palette isn't that great. I'm honestly thinking of giving this palette away. I'm going to Goodwill tomorrow and I'm donating a bunch of like books and clothes that I'm getting rid of before I go back to school because like I had so much stuff to get rid of. And honestly, I'm debating getting rid of this palette because the shape of the palette is cool. I'm not gonna deny it, but like I haven't used this palette honestly at all. Really, it's been barely used. As you can see, it's like in really good condition still. The mirror's not even that dirty. I've barely used it. There are some shades in here I never even tried. Like, not a fact, this purple shade, never even used it. Food videos, that shade sucks. I don't know if it's just because it's a yellow shade, but it's so bad. Like, there's no pigment. It was so dusty. The only shade I really ever liked was the ranch white shade because it was the only white shade I had. And pigment and Tanacon because it was a neutral brown that I could pretty much put with anything. But this palette's been barely used, like at all. And I think I've used at least each of these shadows once. Like literally once, and that's it. Or I swatched them. I would never use this palette again because like I forget that I own it and I don't even like it. I have better palettes that cost way less money. And it just... I don't want to say that it makes me mad that I bought this. The only reason I bought it is because I was a Shane Dawson fan. I thought it was interesting that he was doing an eyeshadow palette. But I honestly don't care. Like, I'm like, listen, good for him and like whatever, he made a bunch of money. But I haven't used this palette since I bought it. I forget that I even own it. I'm probably gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna put it with all my donations. So I might do a video reorganizing all of my makeup because there's so much makeup I could get rid of that I don't use, or like makeup I don't even know why I bought it, like this. Don't even know why I bought it. I just bought it because I could. And I don't think it was worth the money, in my opinion. I think it could have been, I think this was like $40 something, maybe 50. I would have sold it for 20. It's not even heavy. Like, I'm telling you this now, this is incredibly lightweight, so it doesn't feel like there's really a shadow in here. Which I know is not smart, that's not how it works, but it's literally so lightweight, which you would say is a good thing, because that's like, oh, it's not that heavy to put in my makeup bag. You can't even fit this in a makeup bag. Even a big one like this one, I could fit in this, and that's it. That's all I could fit in there. These shades, you couldn't even make a corresponding look with all these shades. You might be able to put Pigment, Trisha, and My Pills into a pink storyline. You couldn't really do any sort of storyline with all of these. I've used one shade and had to grab another palette. Or I've used this because I couldn't find the shade on another palette and this was the last resort. Like, I couldn't do a full look with all these shades. It wouldn't correspond. Maybe you could put Tanacon, Diet Root Beer, and Just a Theory together. Maybe. You couldn't put food videos with any of these shades in here. That's why they were selling the mini controversy one, because they were like, well, if you want to get conspiracy, you should get mini controversy. That way you'll get all the shades. And it's like, no, like literally, let me show you. This shade from ColourPop, probably cheaper than the Jeffree Star one. I could do a full makeup look with any of these shades. I've done a full eyeshadow look with just the shades on this palette. Like, it's just, it feels like I'm being cheated out of something. It sucks. It's sad. I don't like it. So I'm gonna give this away. I'm gonna go to Goodwill and be like, I don't know if y'all would willingly take an eyeshadow palette that's been used. It's barely been used. Like, literally, each shade has probably been used once. This is Goodwill. Y'all take it or y'all leave it. I don't even know if they sell makeup at Goodwill. I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to. So I'd have to send this to some other thrift store, but I'm getting rid of that. I don't really have any more eyeshadow palettes, but I can show you a few things. I have the Head Rush Blush and Highlighter Duo from House Laboratories. So it's the blush Cherub and the highlighter Angelique. I love the Angelique highlighter, hate the blush, love the highlighter. And that's a small price to pay in order to look this gorgeous. And I have a bunch of highlighters. I might do, I don't know. I can now have a place for all of my palettes. I can put them all in the same container. Cause that conspiracy one took up so much space. For no reason. It's not even worth it. So, yeah, that was my eyeshadow palette collection. Hi everyone. So I just popped back in. So this is during the video. So this will be edited back in. I forgot an eyeshadow palette. I genuinely did. I forgot I have this mini Fenty Beauty eyeshadow palette, Snap Shadows Mix and Match eyeshadow palette. I forgot I even owned this because it's so tiny and I always think it's a highlighter when it's really an eyeshadow palette. So, look at all this. Now, I have used the hell out of some of these shades. This blue one, which is called Mother's Boy, Moolala, Laid Up, Ice Cream Kisses, Lady Pimp, Dirty Denim. I've used this shade up, this blue one, so much, like I'm literally down to the pan. The pink one the same. I've used all of these so much, and I forget I have this palette. Like, I genuinely forget that I own it because it's just this mini tiny palette and it's so cute. And I love how, Rihanna does this. Like, Fenty Beauty has all these like mini eyeshadow palettes because there's so many, and there's like a rose one and there's like a neutral one, and they're just 6 shades in a little eyeshadow palette, and it's so cute. I'm pretty sure you can like fit them all together. Like, that's a lot of her products. They're like magnetized, so you can magnet them all together, or you can like snap them all together. So this is like really cute. I always forget I have this. See, there you go. There's all the shades. So yeah, I'm gonna fit this into the rest of the video. So thank you. That's the last palette. Officially, that's the last palette. Swear to God, if I find another one, I'm leaving. Yeah, a lot of things got revealed, didn't they? Woo. Anyway, only one of these was a gift. I bought all of these myself except for this one. All these ones I bought myself. The conspiracy one I bought myself, and I'm sorry about it. I didn't know all the controversies at the time, and I found out, and then it got worse, and I was like, why did I do this? Why did I invest my time? Should I not invest in my time? It's stupid. Letting white people have an opinion, have a platform, it's not deserved. So, yeah, that was my eyeshadow palette collection. If you want to see me do another makeup collection, I could do all of my lip glosses, all of my lipsticks. I could show you all my different kinds of brushes, because I have quite a few different kinds of brushes. Yeah, so just tell me what you want to see. I could do a highlighter collection, because I have a bunch of different highlighters in here. I honestly do. I could show you my Ipsy highlighters. I have a bunch of those. I have too many. Don't need them. Woohoo. Or, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I have some liquid eyeshadows in here. Yeah. Liquid eyeshadow. Who knew, right? Never knew it was a thing, and then I discovered it, and it's so much better than I thought. Love liquid eyeshadow. These are both from House Laboratories, by the way. I only have 4 House Laboratory products, and it doesn't even make me a Gaga stan. I should have more, but I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry about the conspiracy thing. I didn't mean to do this to you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe for more collection videos like this. Like because you like this video, and comment what collections you want me to do next. If you want me to do another makeup style collection, or do an updated collection of something like books, vinyls, CDs, I'd be willing to do that. I don't really have a lot of updates. A DVD collection might be fun for y'all. That would take forever to film. A DVD collection, I'd have to take all my DVDs off my shelf, or y'all would hate me. Y'all would actually hate me. Damn. Damn. Y'all would be mad. Y'all would be so mad. I could do an updated Funko collection. I have a couple extra Funkos now, because I had to replace one because I broke one, so that's a new one. I have a new Harley Quinn one, so I have 2 Harley Quinns. I got a Captain Marvel one for my friend. People need to stop buying me Funkos. I have enough of them. I don't need any more. I don't need any more. But thank you so much for watching, and hit the notification bell for a new video whenever I decide to make one. I'm filming this on a Tuesday. It's every Tuesday night. My clock doesn't work, so I have no idea what time it is. That was in the last video. But thank you guys, and thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Okay, bye!